Welcome to another episode of whatever we're calling this. Today I'm going to make one of my favorite recipes using my Instant Pot. Today we're going to make it with another one of my favorite dishes, a favorite from my family called drunk pasta. Called that because we make it all the time when we've been drinking.
I'm drunk now. I'm drunk right now.
But today we're doing lemon garlic, Instant Pot chicken, and drunk pasta. So, first thing, we're going to turn our Instant Pot on. Turning it on to saute, letting that heat up. We've got our chicken in our bowl here, chicken thighs, boneless, skinless chicken thighs in our bowl. We're gonna give them a little bit of olive oil here. Mix them around with one hand, get them coated in the olive oil, and then we are going to give them a shot of granulated garlic. A little bit more powerful than garlic powder. We're going to give them a shot of onion powder. And we're going to give a good shot of pepper into this. And decent amount of salt. And then we're just gonna mix these around. Make sure that the chicken gets all coated in our spice mix. So everything's all coated in our oil and our spices. Now we're just waiting for that to heat up. While we're doing that, come over, big pot of water on the stove for our pasta. That's heating up. Our Instant Pot's getting hot, so we're just gonna start cooking our chicken, browning our chicken in batches here. So the trick here is just to not crowd your Instant Pot for now. We're gonna cook this chicken up in batches, brown it. You're not fully cook it, par cook it, just to get some nice fond. It's called fond when it's brown and nice and delicious crunchy bits on the bottom from frying our chicken up. And then we're going to add butter and our pre-chopped garlic and onions. And we'll get there when we get there. I'm just getting ahead of myself. It's just going to take a while for this to brown. So. And right now we're not too worried about the chicken getting cooked all the way through. We just want a nice crust on it, give it some texture, give our pot some flavor. We still have quite a bit of chicken to brown. And as you brown it, you just want to have another clean surface to put your par cooked chicken on, because we're going to be putting it back in the Instant Pot to pressure cook. This thing is absolutely fantastic. I love my Instant Pot. Got it as a Christmas gift, and I've been using it consistently ever since. Once you kind of get the hang of how the functions work and get an idea of what you can do with it, you can really start getting creative and make some really delicious recipes a lot easier to cook, for sure. There we go. First piece, chicken nicely browned. That's all we're looking for, just a little bit of brown on there. Don't have to worry about it being pink yet because it's going to cook when we do the pressure cooking at the end. And we're going to add a few more pieces into our Instant Pot here. Oh, and our water is boiling, so bring over our salt. Add a nice bit of salt. A little bit of olive oil. And our Scooby-Doo pasta. I'm doing a shitload of pasta because I'm actually going to be bringing this meal back to my family to eat after we're done cooking. So it's not just for Fran and I. We're not just going to eat a mountain of pasta, unfortunately. I don't know what you can see on that camera, but we've got, see these nice brown bits? This nice brown at the bottom of the pot. That's exactly what we want. That's where all the flavor is. In a few minutes when we deglaze, we're gonna use lots of nice drippings for our sauce. I personally cook with butter. I think margarine is a sin against humanity. I refuse to use it. It's a garbage thing for garbage people, and I refuse to take any part in it.
And let me say this, is there anything better than butter? Think it over. Every time you taste something that's delicious beyond imagining, and you say, what is in this? The answer is always going to be butter.
It's incredible.
It's been whisked into submission, that's why. The day there's a meteorite heading toward the Earth, and we have 30 days to live, I am going to spend it eating butter.
Okay, so now that our chicken is browned up, we're adding in some butter. Saute. Oh, sorry. Just some nice white onion, some butter, and some garlic. And we're just letting it saute up in our Instapot, collecting some of that nice fond from the bottom. Now that these are all nice and sweated out and just kind of nice and aromatic and soft, take a lemon, 2 lemons actually, and we're just gonna, as much juice as we can get out of them, we're gonna squeeze that out. Some people like to use a juicer. I say fuck that. Fingers are good enough. Keep the pulp out, keep the seeds out with a nice strainer. You don't want that in your food. Get in there. We're going to scrape off the bottom of the pan. Using that acid to get all that nice drippings, those nice drippings out of the bottom. Nice base, and then we're going to add a few shakes of Italian seasoning, just generic, what you find at the grocery store, Italian seasoning, and we're going to zest mix together, let those flavors meld. So we'll take that. Get our pasta straining. We're going to add about a 1/4 cup of chicken stock to our Instant Pot. I'm going to dump our brown chicken back in. And we are going to put our lid on, and we're going to go to manual pressure for 8 minutes. So what that means is the Instapot now is going to take 5 or so minutes to pressurize, and then once it reaches pressure, it's going to cook for 7 minutes, and then we're going to slowly let the pressure out, and by then the chicken will be cooked. Drunk pasta, very simple recipe. Your cooked pasta goes back into your pot. Best if it's still warm. Gonna add a good chunk of butter or margarine if you're a savage, and just let that melt in, coat our pasta. We want everything nice and coated in delicious butter. And we're gonna pull out Parmesan cheese, real Parmesan cheese. No substitute for this one. So now that our butter is melted, the next key ingredient, roasted garlic and red peppers. If you don't already have it in your life, you need to get it in your life. Have you smelled this before? You need to smell this. It's very delicious. You're gonna think you put too much in, but you didn't. I'll tell you didn't. You wanna just make sure your pasta is nice and coated in that roasted garlic and red peppers. And just as always, just a little bit of pepper. The roasted garlic and red peppers and the butter has salt in it. So you don't have to really worry about adding salt. A little bit of that, pepper, cheese grater, Parmesan cheese. You're gonna want you want to add some to your pot, and then also have some extra to garnish, I would say. It's really tough to do too much Parmesan cheese. When it comes to parm, take it from me. I mean, look at me, I know how to eat. You want more rather than less. And we're just gonna mix that parm in. Let it melt and coat our noodles. They're still nice and warm. Boom. That is drunk pasta. So we're going to set this in the oven to stay warm while our Instapot chicken finishes cooking. Now that our timer's gone off, we're going to release the pressure of the Instapot. This is going to spray up, so just be careful. We don't have heavy cream because I forgot to pick it up. So we're just going to do a couple tablespoons of a giant fucking mess of cornstarch. And some cold water, a cornstarch slurry, just to help thicken our sauce up here. You don't want to add the cornstarch directly to your sauce, because if you do that, you're going to have a bad time. The cornstarch won't mix properly, and it's just going to be a fucking nightmare. So we will add our slurry to the mix. Just whisk that cornstarch solution in. You can see we're already thickening up here pretty quick. There, that's what we want. A little bit too much sauce, but never killed anybody. And now we're going to plate up our meal. Plating's not going to be super fancy like Francois. pasta. Chicken. And we're gonna garnish with parm. Okay, that's it. That's our show. Tune in to the next episode of the thing that we do when we eat the food and talk about it. And we're gonna eat it and give you our thoughts on this recipe. Bye.